Hello and welcome to this video. I'm going to look at the Harry Potter 3D puzzle of Gringotts Bank. Apparently there are 74 pieces with an age rating of 8+. You can see on the back sort of the inner workings of the puzzle. Obviously the dragon. Yeah, so I'll try and get into it. So, just going to open the box. Okay, so you can see the flat packed pieces here. So the first one has a lot of dragon pieces. It has a few of the characters, and there are numbers beside each of the pieces. You can see at the bottom there's some pillars, what looks like the interior of an attic, a roof. And then on the back, the exterior of the bank. There's some chandeliers. Okay, so it says in the manual that I've got to get number 1, which is the base. So this is the base piece. In fact, I might just move the camera back slightly. So you got the base. And then it says that I need to attach number 24. So 24. Okay, so that is an inner an inner base, I would say. So I'm going to take this piece out, and it leaves me with that sort of look. And I just push these pieces down, and I attach this piece to the base somehow. So that goes in there, like that. Goes in there. There's quite a few pieces at the bottom here that I'm slotting in. Just slotting all the pieces in. So there we have it. Base on top of that bit. So that's the base. And then it tells me I've got to get number 66, which is this bit here. It unfolds. So 66. And it says that I have to attach it to number 60. Just finding the pieces on here is tricky. So number 60 is like a mausoleum looking thing. And it says that 66 goes into 60. So that goes in like that. It's like a place where the teller would stand with the money. So then what it says is I have to get 68 into 69. This is quite a big piece, quite a big project, this one, the overall piece. So 68 is another bank teller station, and 69 is just a stand for it. So I've got to fold this piece over again to make the square, and this piece goes into it, I think, like that. I think I'm doing that correctly. Maybe something like that. There we go. So you got the two bank teller stations and the base. Then it tells me I need number 18. So 18 is this piece here. I think it's like just a base for one of the characters to stand. And what it says is I need to put them on base 20. The 20 is the marble floor of the Gringotts Bank. So I'll just fold those down. So 18. I really do. Okay, so the base is in there. And then it says 34. So 34 is one of the goblin creatures. So he goes in like that, so he's on the base. Right, number 70. Let's see where 70 is. So 70 is another goblin, and he goes just there in that hole, I think. No. One, one, two, three, four. Yeah, he goes in that hole, the one I had, so just there. And then behind him is 70. And okay, so this piece here, so that's 66 and 60. So the bank teller stand, that goes behind him. That caps in like that. So the stand is behind him, the bank teller stand. And then the other one just goes on the corner. Mm. So that's like that. And then I have to get another character. So this is another goblin, and he stands behind this bank teller stand, like so. So you can see him there, the guy at the front, and then this guy here. And then, doesn't say what I do with that piece. I imagine I put it in here. Doesn't really say. So I'll put it there for now. So C, so 43. So 43 is like a round thing. And it says that that goes on top of 42. Right, that's quite fiddly. It does bend quite well, so you can see there, just attached it to the end, and that goes into 44, which is another round bit. 44. Okay, so that has to move around a bit. Like that. Just repositioning the first bit so that it matches up a bit better. And then this bit goes in next. Except I can't get it to go in. Okay, so it's like a drum with the two bits together. And then 51 is another bank teller style thing. Just follow that bit. That goes in the top, like so. And that goes into number 19. So 19 must be on this side. So 19 is this piece here, another bit of flooring. And that goes in the front bit. So there we go, it hooks on like that, so you can see it there. Then on top of that, 15, 14, 15 and 16, so these are stairs. I'll show you them in a minute, let's get them out. So like stair pieces, again another bit of stairs and another bit of stairs. So, oh, can't see many numbers with those. So the big bit goes in the middle, like so, you can see it there. And then the two outer pieces join up, like so, like that. So that's now all together. So that's one piece there. So now it says I need 39, 40 and 45. 45, it's like some sort of folding doors, I think. Just going to fold those down to make like an arch shape. And 40 and 39. So 40 and 39 are, don't know what they are actually, sort of like floor pieces, I think. So they go in like so, I think. Yeah. So they join on a bit like an X-Wing fighter. Okay, and that piece there. So they join together. And I move on to the next page. So now on to section E. Gosh, this looks quite a complex section. So 41, which is the exterior. So I'll show you this one. 41 is the big bit. This is the exterior of the building. So how does that go together? I've got to bend it slightly, and then all the three previous pieces join up with this piece. So B, no, I'm not sure with this. Okay, so the front of the building. And then the side pieces. Let's get in there and I can show you those in a minute. Crumbs, that's quite hard to get in. Don't want to break it. Oh, pieces come out. Right, so you can see it there. It's starting to take shape. So this is the ground floor of Gringotts. And then on top of that, I have to put this piece here as the second floor. So I'll just try and put that in and show you. I bet it's come out slowly. Does the window come out? No. Okay, I'll try and put it in. This is quite hard to put together. Maybe I should have started with the top floor first. Okay, so that pushes through there. Let's try that there. There we go. I'll show you guys in a minute. That's coming on. So, as you can see, that's the second floor. So you see it there, the flooring. That's the first floor. So I've got to put the top floor on now. So the X-Wing fighter looking thing on the top floor. Right. This goes in like so. Right. It's a bit awkward to get in. Oh, breaking this a little bit. Gotta try and put it in again. Gotta be very patient with this thing, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. Make sure the bits are still in. Sorry, just bear with me a second. One of the bank teller's pieces has fallen out again. This is quite a fiddly set, I will say. Oh, if I can get him back in. Okay, so there we have it. 1, 2, and 3. I have to tidy that up a bit, I think, as I go along. Ugh, okay, that bit's falling out now. So that's in. Just have to put this bank tellers thing back together a little bit. So there you can see it again, the 3 tiers. So, what's next? That was quite tough, to be honest. So I have to get 38 as the roof. So 38 is a roof piece. You can see that. And then that just goes on top. Like that. Right, this bit's quite fiddly. I'm just going to start it in. So this is the roof piece. I'll try that again. It caps in on top. Right, so there you go, the roof is in. Then on top of that, there's like a drawbridge style thing, I think. So I've got to get 36. So 36 is just another mini roof. And that attaches to number 5. So this is the sign on the outside of the building. Right, and then the 2 attached together. I find it helps to push them in from the outside first, because they don't seem to be very responsive when you do it from the inside. So there's the sign for the Gringotts. Then you need 25 and 26, which are the pillars. I'll just see where they are. 25 and 26. Okay, the big white pillars. So you've got big white pillars there. So 25 and 26. And they attach somehow go into the roof. So there's like grooves in the roof that they slot into. So like that. And then they slot into 23. and 23 is just like a base of the roof. Just slot that one in. I think the pillars come out again. Let's put it back in. This is quite a fiddly set. So you see there, the roof, and then that attaches to the front of the building. How does that attach? Okay, so there's grooves on the side here. I find that the pieces come apart quite easily. So I'm just going to attach it to the front of the building. Now, it would help if I had it the way around. The writing's on backwards there. Right, so you see the writing is on there now. I'll just attach the rest of the pillar. There's a groove at the bottom of the pillars for the main base to go into. This is quite a fiddly process, sorry. See there, the pillars are now in. So this is the front of the building. So you've still got the inside of the building, and now you've got the front of the building and the top. Okay, so what's next? So now there are intricate bits. So number 3 is another pillar, but this is a gold pillar this time. So you've got a gold pillar. And 3 goes in the left-hand side. Not sure how that goes in. I see. This is quite an intricate build. Maybe best to stick to Lego. So you see the pillar in there, gold pillar, if you can see that. And then I've got to get number 4, which is another pillar, another gold pillar. So this is the right hand side this time. And this slots in the same way. Right, I've got to just get this out. Oh, the bank teller's things come out again. Right, so slot this one in. You can see it there, that one's in now. I just put the bank tellers thing back in, this keeps coming out. I've not put that one all together well, I don't think. that again. I think some of these pieces aren't put together incredibly well. Oh, bad workman blames his tools, eh? Just bear with me. But it is in. Okay, so on top of that, 57 and 58. 57 and 58. What does that look like? Okay, so they are lamps. Lanterns. I can show you those. Little lanterns. Just push this one in from the outside first. As I said, that helps to get them in afterwards. Much easier. And then do the same with the outside. Okay, so you can see that there. The two lamps are in, there and there. Just go get this bank tellers thing back in. I might leave it out for now. Come back to it later. Then on top of that, 48 and 49. So 48 and 49 is the chandelier. I'll show you these pieces. So these are the chandelier pieces. I don't know if you can see that. If I have it that way. Yeah. So they sort of slot together like that. So they've slotted together. And then that goes in the top floor. And you can see it like that. So you see it start to come together. And then, so then moving on to section G, I need 31 and 2. So 31 is another mini roof, and 2 is a section of pillar, like pillar. And I've got to push the bar out in the middle and then bend the pillar piece around. So I'm bending it around. So I've bent it around and then this piece goes on top. So it really does help pushing in from the outside rather than the inside. There we go. Yeah. And then this piece just goes, slots in. That slots in. And then, oh, it actually goes on the bottom. Yeah, like that. And then 37 goes on top. 37 is a brown bit of roof. So, where does that go? So that goes in these two bits here. So that bit goes in there, and then this bit attaches in the middle. Okay, so that goes to go under there. Pillars look a bit wonky on this, but I'm assured that is the right way. So as you can see there, pillars. And then on top of that, I need to get 35. So 35 is another sort of adjoining bit. It's the roof of the door that joins onto 28. So 28 is another pillar style thing. So the one joins onto the next one. Push it in from the outside again. So you can see it joins up to make a housing for the door. And then on top of that, 22 and 21. So 21 is the flooring of the door, and 22 is the bit on top. And pillars go straight through both. See if I can poke this through. Okay. Quite tricky to get this bit in, but this is the housing for the door. And this goes on the side. So this goes on this bit here. There we go. So that's the housing on the door. And then on top of that, it's quite an intricate bit now. So 9 and 8. This looks like more sort of decorative stuff on the building. So I'm looking for 9 and 8. So this is just like decorative stuff for the outside of the building. So that goes on. So just put that on there. And then 8 is another decorative piece. So then you see the two adjoining decorative pieces. And on top of that, 6 and 7, 2 more decorative pieces. And then 6. So this piece goes on the outside as well. Just gotta make sure I push that through. So there you see, decorative pieces. So the outside is starting to look okay. And then on top of that, I've got to get 50. So 50 has 4 separate pieces, like moss style pieces, 4 of them. And I bend them, and they go in the holes at the sides. So they're like window boxes. I don't know if you can see that. Same with this piece. And again, window boxes the other side. So you can see another window box that side. I'll just do the other window box. There's the other one that side. So you see the 2 window boxes that side and the 2 window boxes that side. And then on top of that, there's a bit more decorative pieces. So 10, 11. So again, on the exterior of the building. I must make sure I get the right pieces. So 11. So 10, 11 decorative pieces, and then the same the other side. So just poke the pieces through. So they again just slot on the side. So as you can see, that's the exterior. So the edge pieces on both sides and the window box. And again, edge pieces, window box, and edge piece. Okay, on top of that, it's 32 and 33. So 32 and 33. Again, these are more lights. So these are mini lights. Yeah. And they just go on the outside of the building. Where do they go? It's quite hard to find the place that these things go. But they just go on the side there. And again, there's another one this side. There we go. So you see the light that side, and you see the light that side. So it's looking all right from the outside. And again, you've got the inside now. Okay, so moving on. This perhaps is the final 3 sections. Okay. So this bit, I've got to attach the building to the base. Just clear a bit of that away. This is going to be a tricky operation, I can tell. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to poke the holes through first. Just so I'm ready. Okay, so the holes are all poked through the base. Yeah. I'm just gonna stick this on. This is a tricky operation, this bit. Okay, so you can see it there. It's now on the base. That went actually surprisingly quite well. Just going to move these bits out of the way. So now I've got to do the dome at the top. So I need 52. 52 is the dome interior roof. So this is the dome interior roof. So I have to attach that. That's 52, 47, 46, and 53. So this must be the foundation of the dome. So these are two foundation pieces. Yeah, put it that way. See the brown? And 53 is the base of the dome. It's the base there. And again, I'm just going to poke these through. You see the base? And then it just says that these two pieces slot together, sort of thing. So just put one in, and then slot the other piece. I don't think it matters about seeing the numbers, because this is going to be on the interior. And then the dome wraps around. I'm just going to poke these pieces through again. Spend half my time poking the pieces through. Just going to stick it the other way. It's hard to get out, this one. I might just poke it from the outside. There we go. Again, this one. And that one. That one. That one. And that one. Okay, and then that goes together. So I'm just going to join them together. The base to the actual dome. Okay. More or less together. Not done so well at this time, I don't think. There we go. That's the dome. So then the dome, number 30 is the base of the dome. So I'm just going to check if I've got number 30. Yeah. So this is a base piece. So you got the dome there. And it attaches to the top of the building. Right, I need to poke this through again. So yeah, the dome just attaches to the top, I think. Okay, there's the dome on top. And then around that it says there's a ring, number 54. So the ring just slots around it, getting just like that. There we go, rings on top. And then 17, 67 and 27, I think these are people. One is actually like a plinth. 27 and 17. Where is 17? Okay, so 17 is an outside lamp. You've got Lady Helen Bonham Carter's character, the lamp, Bellatrix Lestrange, the lamp, and the plinth thing. So the outside, so Helen Bonham Carter character goes there. In fact, I'll put it that way around. That seems to follow the illustration. Then the lamp goes this side. You can see that there. And then the plinth goes this side. So you can see there, coming together. So now the final piece is the dragon. So 64, which is the main body of the dragon. Just get this piece out. It's quite tricky to get out here. Okay, so the dragon body. And then on top of that, I have to get 56, which is one of the sinews. 56. And on top of that is 59, which are the wings. So 59 are the wings, and they attach to the body of the dragon. Just gonna tether the wings a bit, and then on top of that, 63, which is one of the legs. 63. So 65 is the piece that goes into the legs. So 65 is like a cross piece, and that goes through the legs and the body. And 62 is the other piece. So 62 is the other leg. And that, so you got the two legs, just attached like that. And then this is on the body, like so. Actually, that might be that way around. Yeah, I think it's that way around. So it's like that. And then that then I think that attaches into there like that, does it? Yeah. So the main body of the dragon is together. And then and then the last piece is this piece here. This piece. And this, where does this go? So that goes, so that's that. So that goes the other side, I think. The dragon, maybe. I've put that in the wrong way around, actually. It actually goes the other side. Let's go line up part of that. And then the wings. That part. That must just be an extra part. Okay, so the wings go right. Okay, so that goes on the legs. That's what it is. And then the wings come down like that. So you see the dragon there. And then there's two slots on top. Just lock him in place. Just lock the dragon in place. There we go. And I think that's pretty much it. Okay, just going to move those out of the way so you can see it.